today. Today was a really good day to be me. I mean, I have lots of those. There are some days that are just not good to be me. Realistically, life happens, and sometimes I'm like, no, I didn't ask for this. Hold up, return this. I didn't want it. But today was a good day. Not only did I feel confident in what I was doing, I had moments, lots of really great moments. One of them, I know a lot of people see me and they're like, oh, you're so nice. The reality is I deal with a lot. And on some days, sometimes, I'm not always nice. In fact, I can be very, very mean, and I don't mean to be, but it can happen. There's an incident that happened about a month ago, about the time of expense reports, because it's expense reports again at work. And I was not nice to someone. And I didn't realize how not nice I was until I saw this person again today. And they're generally very, very kind, sweet, friendly. And he avoided eye contact. Like, seriously, full on just avoided. And I realized, oh my gosh, I was not nice to him. To the point that a month later, he's still affected by it. And I felt bad about that because I don't want to do that to people. I mean, it's a superpower. Yes, we're all capable of it, but I don't enjoy that kind of thing. So I apologized to him. And in that moment of being honest about what I was experiencing last month, there was compassion, there was empathy. It was a lot last month, and it wasn't just expense reports. It was my book going live and all the stress and worries about that. It was not feeling like I'm doing enough for my kids, which I think every parent at some point feels. It was feeling like my little one needed me in a way that I wasn't able to be present. And no matter what I was doing or not doing, it wasn't enough. And it was feeling overwhelming because at times it can feel overwhelming. And I took it out on him. Not that I was taking out my situation on him, just my ability to deal with everything else was compromised. I was failing in that way. And it's okay to admit that because clearly I'm still going, so I haven't failed. I was feeling like failing in that moment. But I apologized. And my honesty, my transparency, my saying, I'm so sorry that this happened. My saying that, no, you didn't deserve the way I treated you. He was able to accept that, I was not nice, and he forgave me, which was really, really kind of him. I mean, no matter what I'm experiencing, he didn't deserve the way I was treating him. But that kind of fueled the rest of my day. I can't tell you how many little things I saw that were just moments of just happy revelation. I walked down to the beach on my lunch today, which I do sometimes, but I really enjoy doing right after a really severe thunderstorm. And I didn't save them because I didn't want to remove them from where they belonged, but I found some seashells and this pristine sand dollar and beautiful rocks. And it was just this moment of being at the beach after the storm where I could see these amazing, beautiful treasures, things that I enjoyed seeing and holding, and I could watch the water. And when you go to the beach after a storm, the waves don't crash the way they were crashing when it wasn't a thunderstorm. It was like when you go into the water, which I didn't actually go into the water because it's cold, but the water kind of flattened out for a bit. And as the waves came in, they never reached as far as they did in the middle of the storm. I could see where the water had gone all the way up to, I guess, where it was clear that the waves stopped. And it was kind of like it plateaued and flattened out and plateaued and flattened out. And the water would just come up and swirl like it was like the ocean was finding its bearings. And it really gave me this feel of the calm after the storm. When they're in the middle of things and things are crashing around us, it's crazy. And it's scary, and then the calm comes in the middle of the storm, and you're waiting, you're bracing yourself for the next one, and then it hits, and you're hiding for cover, and you're trying to take care of yourself, you're trying to take care of everything around you, and you're in the act of doing that, you forget to release and just be. And in that moment today, I was able to release and just be. And it was beautiful to watch the waves, to see the clouds coming in and seeing the weight of the water that's in them, seeing the burden of what it was ready to unleash. And know that in that space, I was calm, I was safe, I was protected, because there was no rain. The larger rocks that were washing up on shore were stirred up from the ocean. And it's not what I would normally see. On a sunny day, those rocks are hidden, and there's tiny shells that get washed up because this is the normal pounding of the ocean. But it was this reminder that when you're in the middle of that storm and everything is being stirred up and brought up and you're creating change, you find the bigger things. But these bigger things are incredibly beautiful, because you wouldn't normally unearth them. And in that healing, that process of finding things that you've unearthed in the gyrating ocean. Hi, Max. I have a dog here, and this dog loves me. Can you imagine that? I've just been smoking a cigar, and he does not care. He still wants my cigar breath. He's special. Sorry. In all that we bring up in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of our storms, we find that beautiful thing that we've managed to uncover, and you can treasure it, you can hold it. And that's something I absolutely considered doing. I considered taking these rocks and these shells, putting them in my pocket, walking them to my desk. The sand dollar was freshly dead. And there's a chance it would have been really stinky at the end of the day, which is why I left that there. But leaving everything else became a choice. I can pick up these beautiful things. I can hold them. I can let them sit with me. Or I can release them. And there's something powerful and beautiful about releasing something that you've learned. It's allowing it to go back to where it goes, where it belongs, knowing that I can always return to it. But knowing that it's there, it'll probably bless someone else, or it won't. But knowing that I walk away with the beauty that I had, that I beheld, that I held, that I carried with me for a few steps before I put it back down on the sand and took a picture and walked away. That was a gift. That was a powerful gift. My day carried on. And again, it was a really good day to be me. At the end of my day, I was the last one in the office, which happens sometimes because I love what I do. I was finalizing my weekly update email, and there was singing and dancing by myself in my office because it was a space that really brings me joy. And then I went to go meet some incredible, encouraging, phenomenal women that spoke to me in ways that I needed to hear. We uplift each other. We communicate about our businesses. We communicate about our love lives and relationships and how previous behaviors had failed us. And one of the most powerful things that I had taken away from tonight was a new woman that I met. She's brilliant and so heart-led. She's so connected, not just in her work as an ER doctor and healer, but as a life coach. And she was my mirror. There was so much about her that I could see in myself, and vice versa. But she said to me, the answer to how is yes. And I know that sounds vague. It sounds incredibly optimistic. But it's an echo of what I've been saying for years now. I don't know how it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and it's going to be okay. There's no other option. And that's what I've been saying. And for her to say the answer to how is yes, just summed up my big blathering, because I do that and go off on tangents, and which is why this video has gotten as long as it has. But yeah, you decide yes. You decide that this is what you're going to do. And everything that needs to fall in place to make it happen, the how, it just shows up. It happens for you. It's, call it faith, call it prayer, call it belief, call it intention. You decide. The answers follow. The path opens up for you. It's about, I mean, it's about believing that no matter what you're facing, that beauty is there to be pulled out. You can look at it, you can hold it, you can put it back down, you can return to it. But that beauty, that path, that yes, that's there. Again, it was a really good day to be me. And I can't tell you the many ways, the many more private ways that I was encouraged and that I felt loved. I mean, I was literally walking through the sand beach that had no one there at all. And as I'm walking on this path, clearly this was a message from one lover to another, and it had nothing to do with me. But I stumbled upon a message that said, I love you in the sand. And that to me was incredible because the entire beach was empty. I mean, there were maybe 5 people that I saw that were out there, but this beach was mine. It was empty because who goes to the beach right after it rains? It's not common, even in LA. And for me to stumble upon that message where I walked right up to it, it wasn't a few feet up across from me or in a different direction. It was right in the path I was taking to get to the water. And it was this moment of incredible reconciliation between what I'd been striving to do and where I found that I landed. And it was powerful. There's a gift in the unknown, and there's a gift in the knowing. But I think at the end of the day, it's important to remember that that gift is present. Whether or not you know what's happening, whether or not you believe it's happening, that gift is yours. I hope you find a way to find some epic magic, beauty, peace, rest in this weekend, so that when Monday comes around, you're encouraged, that you launch powerfully into your week, and that you impact each life you touch. I hope that you help others grow. And do epic shit. Good night. You guys should go to sleep because, sleep, self-care, that's important too. Bye.